this computer. Here we go, you guys. Okay, this is our September new coach kickoff call. So this is basically our place to really just dial you in on the most important stuff to focus on. So I know at the beginning, there's lots of information. Lots of you are starting from scratch with your journey, with your programs, with Beachbody in general. Some of you are coming in as customers, so you're like already on your journey and familiar with all the products and stuff. So everyone's starting at different points, and we're just gonna really kind of focus you in the right direction, give you some solid resources. I would pull up like a notes section on your phone. We do have a couple links that are gonna be like resources for you guys to go for quick information as a new coach. So just have something that you can put these links in and screenshot anything that you want to be able to look back on. Okay, so I'm going to share a presentation so you guys can take pics and stuff. Let me do that. I'll share my screen. And hopefully, you guys, our wind is still so crazy. So I'm hoping the internet doesn't like kick me out or something because it's been wild. Okay, let me see. Did I miss? Oh, there it is. Present. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Cool. All right, so my name is Micah Folsom. You are, if you're not one of my personally sponsored coaches, you're on our team somewhere, whether you're under my coaches or my coaches' coaches or my coaches' coaches. You will be able to invite your coaches onto this call every single month. So this is the way that we launch our entire downline of coaches. We have some really simple systems that are in place that are completely duplicatable. So you guys have access to the training, you have access to the downline email sequence, you have access to everything that as a new coach, hopefully you're getting access to. So you can feel 100% confident building your team and you have everything ready to go. You don't have to recreate the wheel. You don't have to create all these videos and trainings and systems. It's all there for you. So don't be afraid to start talking about it right out of the gate, okay? First of all, your job is your journey. So if you feel like you're spending all this time in the trainings and watching videos and trying to learn all the things, but you're not 100% dialed in on your workouts, your nutrition, your personal development, and your mindset, you need to shift a little bit because that is always the most important thing. If you want to create momentum in your business, then get freaking awesome results with the programs, with the nutrition programs, growing your mindset, overcoming your fears, using the products and building confidence around them. That is the fastest way to really build momentum in your business. And Ashley's on. She just did our team call last week. And I will actually post that in the new coach thread that I'm in. And then if you don't have access to my stuff, ask your coach to send it to you. She talked about the all-in mindset and what it's done for her business as she's just gone 100% in with her journey and then committing to that because it's always directly correlated, always. I feel like when my coaches are kind of in a funk or they're like, I'm struggling being motivated, I'm struggling with my business. I'm like, how are you doing on your journey? And they're always struggling. They're always not, they're kind of half-arsing their nutrition. They're not really committed to a program. They're kind of just doing whatever. So if you really want to get momentum fast, just go all in with your program, your nutrition, sharing the journey. That is what sparks the most interest right out of the gate, okay? Get to know the product. So the more product line that you can use yourself, the easier it is to talk about it. You don't have to try and like sell all the things when you're just using them yourself. Collagen, Power Greens, 3-day refresh. Both of the nutrition programs are incredible. Obviously, Shakeology and Performance Line. We have so many things now, beach bars, bevy, that people are using products like these. They're just spending their money at Walmart or they're spending their money on Amazon. And so the more products you can replace that you're already using with the Beachbody products, the easier it is to just talk about them with confidence and refer them to your people. So the quicker you can start using those, the better. Like I said, get your own results and share your journey. And then it's super natural to just share what's working for you. Share what you're loving. Share like all the different aspects of the journey, the struggle, like what you've struggled with and how these are helping you. Share the wins, like share the kind of milestones where you fit into your jeans again, or you, whatever. We all have so many different ways to share. It's not just a before after. You don't have to wait until you're done with your program to share a picture about what it's doing. You can share a win. You can share how you've struggled staying committed to anything, and now you have some extra accountability, or this community of women that are supporting you and you love checking in, or that's what you needed, whatever. There's just always something that we can share. So just kind of get creative with how you want to talk about it on your social and with your peers and with your coworkers and all the things. So the next thing that we do, obviously, is we help people get started. And the easiest way is to help people get started the way you did. So as new coaches, sometimes they feel overwhelmed with like, there's so many different challenge packs. There's so many different options. There's so many different like ways to get people started. Just start them the way you did. Like talk about what you're doing, the program that you're doing, the nutrition program you're committed to. And the more you talk about it, the more people are going to be like, hey, what are you doing? I want to do it. And it's not like you have to know all the things. So that's what I recommend, is just starting the people that you're helping with the same pack that you got started with. And then obviously we get to take it a step further and we get to help our people help people. So not everyone that we work with is going to want to actively coach, but there's going to be people who start as customers or VIP coaches because they want the discount, and they just get results, and it happens naturally. Their friends and their family are like, what are you doing? Why do you look so good? Why are you so happy all of a sudden? Tell me about this shake that you're drinking on your lunch break or whatever. And it happens naturally that then they can start helping people. So that's just the natural progression of how it works. And then we get to build a team and empower people to link arms and change lives with us. Okay, couple resources that I want you guys, I'm going to make this smaller so I can see this, that I want you guys to be familiar with. Coach Online Office. So this is where the training is, okay? So this is like your first steps to really understanding the fundamental stuff about the business, and it's in the back office. So there's different sections. When you log into the Coach Online Office, you'll just go to coach.teambeachbody.com and you click on training. There's a getting started section, success club system, bod groups, and comp plan. Watch all of the videos in those sections. That's going to give you the most just fundamental information. And you don't need to like fully retain everything. I would recommend just kind of binge watching those and getting familiar with the Beachbody language and with bod groups and with kind of the most important stuff to get started. And you can always go back and dig into those as you're progressing. And as you're like, okay, wait, I remember them talking about coach placement, or I remember them talking about team cycle bonuses, but I don't really remember how it works. Go back to the comp plan videos and like you can rewatch those. But at the beginning, just get a really solid foundation. Then we have the team pages. So you're likely part of your direct sponsors team page, and you might also be a part of the bigger team inspiration page. As you grow your team, I recommend adding your people to the main team inspiration page. That's always going to have the most up-to-date information. Like I relay information from corporate. We have our team call, like announcement stuff there. We do weekly recognition that's downline wide. So getting your people access to that right away, they can be a part of the bigger community. And then as you start to grow your team, you'll create your own team page and you can have your people in there as well. But that's not something you have to do like right out of the gate. So don't let it freak you out. But that's also where the success tracker explanation video is. So we'll talk about this in a second, but this is the Power Hour tracker that I created, and I based it off of the Beachbody one. So the Beachbody one that we recreated last year or a couple years ago is really solid. But then I realized that there were specific things that I was doing every single day that weren't a part of that. And so I'm like, okay, well, I want my team to duplicate the habits that have created a 7-figure business. So I added some in and made it more specific. So now it literally lines out exactly what to do each day. And it just gives you like takes out all the guesswork. So in the main team inspiration page, if you click on, I don't know if you click on announcements. I think if you click on announcements, you'll see it. And it says success tracker explanation video. And I'm in like a green sweatshirt or something. That explains the entire thing, okay? So that's gonna be after you finish the training, I would watch that success tracker explanation video because that's gonna teach you what to be doing every single day. So when it's Beachbody time, you know, like, okay, it's time to work and this is what you're doing. So that's in there. Like I said, any important calls, and I always mark the most important stuff as announcements. So if you go in there, you're gonna see a lot of posts from everyone because it's just open forum. But if you click on announcements, there's like the most important stuff that if you wanna kind of keep up on what's going on. CoachFAQ.com. This is like where I get all my answers. So if you have any questions about programs or Success Club or the comp plan or ranks or just Beachbody lingo or anything, back orders, go to CoachFAQ.com, search it, and then likely it will come up. It has FAQs for like everything possible. So make sure that you go there first before you ask questions in the threads or to your coach or whatever, because likely if you ask something, if it's not just a really fundamental, like easy answer, I'm probably going to search there and then come back to give you an answer because everything is there. So it's really solid. A couple calls to be mindful of. The National Wake Up Call is the company-wide, network-wide call, and it's every single Monday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. So this is recorded live, like they stream it live on the Team Beachbody Coach 401 Facebook page, and it's video. So it stays there. So if you can't be on live, it's not a big deal, but I would make it a non-negotiable that you catch the National Wake Up Call by Monday night before your head hits the pillow. It's just a really solid habit to get into. And they have like coaches that are having success come on and share best practices and different topics. And there's so much value on these calls. And that's also where they do network-wide recognition. As soon as you hit diamond and above, they recognize every single week the new diamond coaches, new star diamonds, 2 stars, and on and on. So it's really cool to start hearing your name on there and stuff. And then the team call. So my personally sponsored coaches, we have a Monday morning team call at 6:30 a.m. Mountain Time every single week. If you're not one of my PS coaches, your coach might have a team call. It could be weekly, it could be monthly, or they might not even do one. It totally depends. So just talk to your coach and make sure you're aware when their personal coach team has calls. And then our whole entire Team Inspiration has one call a month on the first Wednesday night. And you can't see it or maybe you could, but I can't see it. But it's at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So every first Wednesday of the month, you can put that in your calendar right now, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, there's going to be a call. Sometimes I lead it. Sometimes one of my leaders hosts it. Sometimes we have other top coaches come on and guest speak. Sometimes we have mindset mentors come on. So it kind of just depends, but you can count on that every single month. And that call is also available to your coaches as you start to develop your team as well. Okay, 4 vital behaviors. This is basically like, what does a coach do? These 4 things. We talked about it on the first page, but be proof the products work. Share, connect, and invite. So we're sharing daily, we're connecting with new people, expanding our market, meeting new friends, and then we're inviting them to join us on the journey that we're on and getting started on their own journey. Third thing is personal development. Life-changing, absolutely life-changing, the personal development part of our job. So do not skip this. Lots of coaches are like, oh, it's fine, I'll do this like when I have extra time. No, this is like probably the most important aspect because it helps us level up. It helps us overcome fears, limiting beliefs, all of the things that will be roadblocks in your business. Fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of talking to people, fear of inviting, fear of failure, fear of success, like everything you can think of. We've got something going on in our brain and we've got to overcome those things if we want to continue to progress. So just be really close contact with your coach with the things that are holding you back and things you're struggling with, and they can recommend intentional PD that's going to really help you tackle those things, because the faster you can progress through those roadblocks, the faster that you'll see success in your business because it's directly correlated. And then obviously the 4th thing is we get people results. This is not a transition. Is it transitional? transactional. This is not a transactional business. It's a transformational business. So we are not interested in just like selling something and then being like, good luck. No. The sell, and when they get started with their challenge pack and when they invest in your group or your mentorship, that's where it begins. Then we get to lock arms and help them every step of the way, get results, develop new habits, overcome the stuff that's holding them back. All of that stuff is after the initial sale. So that's why it's so fulfilling. It's because you literally get to see people just transform their life, like one day at a time. And it's so cool. So simply put, do your workout, drink your shake, read a book, talk to people. Do not overcomplicate this business. You don't need to know all the things before you get out there and just share your excitement about the journey that you're on and the way that you get to help people and locking arms with people on day one. Like, you don't have to wait a certain amount of time. Just say, who needs help with their health and fitness? Who needs a solution for better habits and something you can do from home? Like, let's do this together. Let's hold each other accountable. Don't be afraid to talk about it right out of the gate. As far as PD goes, take a picture of this. This is like, obviously there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books and podcasts and YouTube videos and things out there. These are just some of our favorites for new coaches, especially. Fears My Homeboy is one of my absolute favorites for new coaches. Miracle Equation, Miracle Morning, developing a solid morning routine is going to be really important. Essentialism, changed my whole world. Like, there's so many good ones on here. So just literally just bust through these. And I recommend Audible to listen to. And I get that you're like, some people like to read a book and highlight. So do I. I felt at the beginning that I had to read my personal development to get the most out of it. But I quickly learned I could either read for 15 minutes, because that's about the time that I had in my day to dedicate to that, or I could listen to PD for like 2 to 3 hours a day in between laundry. And at the time I was a photographer, so I was editing pictures for hours. I would just listen to PD the whole time. While you're cleaning, while you're in the shower, while you're doing your makeup, while you're driving, we all have downtime. Right now, it's either filled with music, or it's filled with Netflix, or it's filled with HGTV, or it's filled with silence. If we can fill those cracks with more personal development, even if you're not like fully digesting it, it subconsciously is going into your brain. It's helping raise your vibration, your frequency, and your energy, and you are soaking more of it in than you think. So actually, the podcast that I just released yesterday was how to get the most out of your personal development. And I gave like my top tips, because this is something that holds a lot of people back. Well, I can't get fully out of it what I need to, so I'm just not going to listen. I'm going to read. I can just promise you that's holding you back in a big way. And then I give you tips on how to like listen for the nugget. That really helps me too when you're listening. But anyways, personal development, literally, it's the best part of this. It will change your world. Some of our favorite podcasts are also listed over here. Brooke Castillo's is amazing. I would literally just start from episode 1 and work your way up. Bob Heilig, same thing. Start from episode 1, work your way up, or look for specific topics. If you're like, I'm afraid of selling, or I'm afraid of, I have no confidence, or whatever. He has specific ones on those. And that's what I also love about podcasts, because you can really dive in to the specific things that you need. And he is amazing. Like I mentioned, I have my Do Your Crap podcast. And honestly, when I create content for this, I have my new coaches or struggling clients or struggling coaches in mind when I'm thinking of the topics and the content. So it's very applicable for you. So I would just go back to episode 1 and work your way up through those, because they're going to be really applicable. All of these are solid. So take a picture of that. And the podcast app is free. These are all free. So 0 excuses not to just like dive in and get crack-a-lackin' with that stuff. Okay, sharing on your social media. This is one of the things that freaks a lot of people out. Don't let it. All you're doing is you're starting to incorporate the journey that you're on into life, into your family, into your faith, into your passions, into your interests, into everything else that you're already sharing. This is just now a part of it, okay? So this is just some examples. This is one of my leaders, Melissa. That's my, just like a screenshot of what those tiles look like. So just a variety. There's family life, there's fitness, there's transformation, there's my children, there's quotes and positivity and PD, there's marriage stuff, like everything that you love and care about, share. So please don't become a Beachbody billboard. Nobody wants to see that every single day, but they want to see the journey that you're on. They want to see why you're doing this. They want to see how you evolve as a human and how you grow and how you develop, and they need that spark of positivity on their feed. So that's one of the easiest things is if you're like, oh, I don't really know what to share today, go to your PD, listen for a nugget that really spoke to you, and do a post about it. You can either draft up a little quote, or you can just do a picture of you talking about your takeaway and kind of just being a positive light on the feed. More people need that than you even realize. So don't overcomplicate the social media sharing part. Just a little screenshot. This is Melissa, the same one that was on the left in the last one. This is just an example. Consistency and patience in sharing your journey. You will evolve. Do not try to be perfect at the beginning. Do not overcomplicate, like, well, I don't know how to do the perfect picture, or I don't know how to do this, or I don't know how to do presets. Nobody cares. Share with what you know right now and just you'll learn as you go. Okay. So this is an example. When she first started coaching, P90X was on sale that month. So it was like very salesy, very just Beachbody billboard, not personal at all. 8 likes, 2 comments. She's learned a lot over the years and she's shown up consistently. So this was a transformation post that she was sharing the progress, and 201 likes, 20 comments, personal. It's different. It's going to catch someone's attention. And she's telling a story of her life and of her journey. And that's going to get so much more engagement. So just be sure too, when you start to share, you're not just sharing what you're doing, you're sharing why you're doing it and how it's impacting your life, and take them through the journey with you. So sharing stories is always going to connect you faster than just like throwing out information. So just be mindful of that. Okay. So where to focus on month 1, first steps, commit to your program and your nutrition plan. Most of you got started with a pack that also comes with the nutrition programs. Dive deep into those. People struggle with nutrition over anything else. Okay. So the more confident you can get in the nutrition programs and understanding who they're going to help, how to talk about them, how to talk about like what people are struggling with, and then how that's filling the gap and really teaching you how to overcome those things, that's where you build value. That's where people are like, okay, I need that. Like, this is always what I've struggled with. So the more you talk about those things, the easier it is to attract people who need what you have. So don't skimp on the nutrition programs. They're video modules. I know they take some time, but they will be well worth it. I promise you. Okay. Ultimate Portion Fix and To Be Mindset, both incredible. Commit to sharing a piece of your story each day, whether that's like your workout clips. If you follow me on social media, you'll see every single day, except for Sunday. I don't work out on Sunday. You'll see a clip of my workout. And it's like just kind of the same every single day. It has some music, has a variety of my workout clips, but people just know I'm going to show up. If they're struggling with accountability and they're struggling staying consistent, they know I'm going to help them with that aspect because they've seen me show up for 7 years. So if you want people to trust you, then just start to share what you're doing every single day. And that's the easiest way to start to build trust and credibility and get the interest of like, what are these home workouts? That looks like a cool one. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? So share a piece of your workout every single day. Share a piece, like share nutrition stuff. People love to see food. I know food gets a bad rap of like sharing your food on social. I promise you guys, when I do a question box of like, what do you guys want me to share more of? It's always food. It's like, what do you eat? What are your favorite meals? What are your favorite snacks? I'm like, I'm so boring. That's why I don't share it a lot. But I'm reminded all the time how much people love to just see what you're eating. And that's easy, you guys. Everyone's eating. So we all have content to share every single day. Share PD snippets, share like screen shares of your favorite 15-second recording, share family life, share your kids, share what your power hour looks like doing the work. People love to see behind the scenes, and that's all stories are, or it's literally peeling back the curtain and seeing what life is really like. So have fun with it. It's the fun part. It's only there for 24 hours and then it goes away. Okay, finish the new coach training. So this is, like I mentioned, in the Coach Online Office training section, bust through those ASAP. And then, like I mentioned, start implementing the daily power hour and morning routine. So this is the daily power hour. You are not coaching if you're simply just sharing a workout clip and then hoping people come flocking. It doesn't work. It won't ever work. We've got to be expanding our market. We've got to be connecting with new friends. We've got to be inviting people. We've got to be following up. We've got to do our part on the business side if we ever want to really build something substantial. So that's what the power hour is. And if you have more time to dedicate to your business than an hour, just do more of those things. Honestly, don't overcomplicate it. Your first goal as a coach, we always want you to cover your initial investment. So helping 3 to 5 people get started with a pack is going to help cover your cost of your challenge pack plus some additional income. And that's our goal for every single month, at least 3 to 5 people, at least 3 to 5 people. And this will help you hit Success Club. It'll help you just continue to grow your business and have a strong, solid foundation. And Success Club, you'll hear a lot about it. Success Club is like the reward system for how Beachbody does the yearly trip that we get to earn, how they do the swag prizes that you earn. Like month 1, when you hit Success Club, you get a free tank top. And then by month 3, you get, I don't even know the prizes, but month 1, 3, 6, 9, and 12, you get prizes. So it's kind of just fun. Just something to be mindful of. So Success Club, when you help someone with a challenge pack, it's 2 points. When you help someone with Shakeology HD, 2 points, or Performance Line HD, it's 2 points. It has to be on home direct. That's just part of the qualifications. So anything that has like an ongoing order set up is 2 points. Most people are going to start with challenge packs because it's the most bang for their buck. You also have to have 90 PV HD. So you can't just be helping people but not be using the products. They just want to make sure that the coaches that are helping people are using the products so they have confidence in a story with it. Because when you're Emerald and hitting Success Club, you get leads. So this is why they have this qualification in place. Because when people are ordering from Beachbody on beachbody.com or an infomercial or whatever, and they're not signing up directly through a coach, they're assigned to a coach who's eligible for leads. So that's one of the really cool perks of always hitting Success Club, because then you're eligible for these free customers, which is free income, free awesome people coming in that could eventually want to be coaches, free clients, and it's just a really cool. So just a heads up for that. You always just want to make sure that you're on Shakeology HD or Performance Line HD, and then you're always covered in that aspect. Also something cool with Success Club, when you hit Success Club at least 3 times within your first 6 months, you qualified for 1, your free ticket to Summit, which Summit is our annual event where all the super trainers come and do live workouts. You have top trainings from the top coaches in the network. Corporate announces all the fun stuff coming. We always have like personal development, like mentors come and do keynote speech things. They're incredible. Such an awesome event. So this past year obviously was canceled. So we had a virtual summit, which was actually pretty cool. But next year it's going to be, where is it? Minneapolis? No, I can't remember. I think it's in Minneapolis, Missouri, St. Louis. It's in St. Louis, I think. I can't remember. I think it's in St. Louis. But you earn your free ticket to that, and you earn a spot in the next test group. So what they do is when a new program is launching, they take all of the success starters from like previous months and they allow them to go through the program with the super trainer that created it before it ever launches to the network. So right now I have a few girls that are just finishing up. We have this running program called 30-Day Breakaway. That's launching for early access coach window in October. I have a few girls that have already been through the entire program with Idalis that have gotten results, have experience with it. So when it launches, they have massive leg up on the launch because they can talk about it from experience with confidence, share their results with it, Ashley has been a part of some test groups that freaking crushed her business like out of the gates. Just creates so much momentum. So as a new coach, the fact that you get to earn your spot to that is huge. So that's my goal for all my coaches, that I want you guys to be success starters so that you guys can have that experience to really create massive momentum in your business and have that just experience with a super trainer, because it's just so cool. I've been in some test groups and it's such a unique experience that most people don't ever get to go through. And they just started this past year making it available for success starters. So it's super awesome. I don't want you guys to miss that. Okay, so best pack options this month. Tomorrow, Wednesday, they're actually also launching the annual access. So Beachbody on Demand for the year, plus Shakeology or Performance Line. They're now including the 2B Mindset and Ultimate Portion Fix with those base packs as well. This is like a brand new thing. When they launched MBF, Muscle Burns Fat, that was the first time they ever included the premium nutrition programs with the pack at no additional cost. Before, they were $119 separately on their own at the full program customer price, and people were just getting them in addition to their packs. So now they're including everything, and it's just like incredible value. So that's launching tomorrow with the base annual bod packs. But right now, I still am going to recommend MBF packs to all of my people, because for the same price, $160, which is what the annual bod pack is, they're getting early access to MBF and the accessory bundle, and then everything else included. So this is what I would lead with. Even if I have someone that wants to start with 21-day fix, I'm getting them access to this program so they have everything, this pack, and then they can start their 21-day fix, go through that, and then move on to whatever program's right for them after that. So just a heads up, this is what I would lead with 100%. Tips: start sharing your workouts and nutrition supplements in your stories each day. You don't have to like be awkward about it. Just share you talking, and as you're holding it, like you'll see me talk with my Performance Line, like my Energize, in my stories every single day. I get questions. What is that? What is that drink you're drinking? And that's curiosity marketing. Like that's just, people are curious about what you're using, what's working for you. So you don't have to be like, here's my Performance Line, here's my Energize, to share about it. Just show it in your pictures and in your stories, talking about something funny your kids did or whatever, and people are going to start asking about it. So just start sharing about it each day. Like I mentioned, dig deep into the nutrition programs. That's where so much value is built, and so many people need that. And the more educated you are around Shakeology and around Performance Line, the easier it is to be confident in those. When I started, I was like, I didn't understand Shakeology. I was just like, well, I'll just get it because it's with my pack. I just thought it was a really expensive protein shake. I didn't understand what it was. And the more I like learned about it, Darren Oline, who is the co-creator, has some incredible YouTube videos on it. Shay Stanford also has some incredible YouTube videos of it, like information. And the more I learned about it, I was like, holy crap, I am so glad I'm putting all of this goodness into my body. And I want every single person I love and know to use this, because it is such a missing link in what people are getting in their food. So the more you understand and learn about it, I promise the easier it is to talk about it with confidence. All right. So like I mentioned right out of the gate, you want to start inviting your people. So you don't need to go blast all of your social media friends. But your warm market, the people who already know, love, and trust you, your friends, your coworkers, your family members, your high school buddies that you're still connected with, your girlfriends, your cousins, your aunts, like the people who just want to support you and love you anyways, those are the people that are going to start with you initially. Okay. So just share your excitement about the journey that you're on. Share why you're reaching out. Like you'd love to just lock arms and have them, so have you guys support each other in your first group and have some good energy in there, and see if they have any health and wellness goals that they would want to work on with you. So don't overcomplicate it. This is just an example of an invite if you need kind of a solid foundation of what to start with, but just talk like you talk and just invite them to get started with you. Okay. My first people that started were, well, I signed up my husband right away. because I learned that that was the easiest way to get halfway to Emerald. And I was like, sweet. So I signed up my husband. I talked to my sister-in-law who wanted to lose weight, and she got into my group as just a VIP customer with a coach account. And then I signed up my mom right away because she loves me and I knew that she would benefit from Shakeology. So those were my first 3. And then as I shared on social, I started to also get interest from college friends and ladies in my ward and all sorts of people who were just like, what are you doing? So it starts to pick up as you share, but your initial people are probably going to be the people that are closest to you. So just make sure that you're reaching out to them. This is one of the links to save. Okay. Save this link. This is, lots of people are like afraid to invite because they don't know what to send after that. They don't know what information to send. They don't know how to get their customers and their coaches started. So this is a quick link of a document that I created that literally lays out a flow of an example invite with a couple different response options, with a link to the getting started welcome challenger packet that you can send your people, and also a link to share a cart and how to use that. So just save this, keep it handy. You'll want to reference it frequently. Okay. This, like I mentioned, is the success tracker. This is what you do every single day. Okay. I really recommend creating a morning routine. It will literally change your world. The thing that I realize a lot when new coaches are getting started, if they start to get overwhelmed and they start to feel like I don't have time, it's because they're trying to add all of this new stuff in to everything else they have in life. I want you guys to literally get off this call and be like, what in my day can I remove? Where am I wasting some time? Where am I kind of just being mindless? Where am I scrolling on social media but not being very productive? We all have it. We have shows we watch. We have Instagram stories we watch every single day. We have Pinterest, whatever that we search. When I was starting and I read the book Essentialism, that book is so good. Basically, I got into the habit of saying, okay, is this moving me closer to my goals and my dreams? And if it's not, it did not get done. So identifying your key priorities, whatever those are to you, your family, your faith, your business, your future, like creating whatever, this needs to be one of the priorities if you really want to see growth, because life will always happen. And if it is not a priority, it does not get done. So I'm not saying let this take over your life. I'm saying let this be a very important part of your life, and it will grow with you as your life evolves. Okay. Carve out your Beachbody business hours. This is really important that you are disciplined with creating business structure. It doesn't have to be hours at a time. It could be 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes on your lunch break, 20 minutes at nighttime, and then like an extra 30 minutes somewhere in between. You can find cracks, or you can be like, hey, from 6 to 8 a.m., Beachbody time, CEO hat is on, and then I can like do life, and then at nighttime I can do another 30 minutes or whatever. I work from 7:30 to 1:30. So I have that much structured time where I am like dedicating to my business, to my coaches, to everything that I need to get done. But 7 years into it, I also have a nanny helper that comes. So she's here when I am like on business Micah time. So whatever that looks like for you, at the beginning, it was all in the cracks of mom life. It was any spare second that I had when my kids were playing. I was doing 10 minutes of connections. When my kids were outside in the backyard and I was making lunch and I got done, I was doing 10 minutes of invites. Like I was literally just finding power pockets in my day to fit in these most essential things and creating habits where no matter what, my non-negotiable stuff was getting done by the end of the day. And if it didn't, my husband knew, hey, you know how we were going to watch a show together? Well, I didn't get my crap done today. So I need at least 45 minutes to bust this out, and then we can spend some time together. Like you've got to communicate with your spouse. So just be really open with that from the beginning. And he's going to respect the fact that you're prioritizing this and really treating it like a business. My coaches that struggle getting spouse support is when they're not consistent. And their spouse is like, well, you aren't really doing much. Why is this important to you? Why now are you spending time on your phone? I'm not seeing any return. And then it's like hard. So just make it a priority, have that conversation with your spouse, and set some family goals. Like, hey, when I help 5 people and we have an extra couple $100 this month. What do we want to do with it? Where is it going to go? Maybe make your spouse a part of your goals and your family a part of your goals. And then it makes it a family thing that you guys can all support each other. Some is always better than none. So don't feel like you have to do all the things in order to do anything. Some is always better than none. Okay. Get that perfection crap out of your head, because that will hold you back so much in the business. Just commit to doing something every single day, and your confidence will grow as you take action. I can promise you that. And then we also have these live power hours. These are so awesome, you guys. So every single day, this is the schedule. Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. Mountain Time, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Other than, I think, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, there's no nighttime power hour. Okay. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's only 7 and 11 Mountain Time. A leader is leading a power hour. So you basically use this Zoom link right here on the right-hand side. That's when I would save. The password to get on is Win the Day. Same link, same password every single day. A different leader, we have a schedule of who hosts them. A different leader hosts these power hours, and you basically get on Zoom, you mute your line just like we're doing, and you work with them. So they're leading it, they're telling you what to do, and you're just going to take action. These are such a simple way to create solid habits. Learn how different people do different things. What you do is all basically the same, but how you do it and the language they use, sometimes you just hear a nugget that you're like, oh my gosh, that makes perfect sense. They're so valuable. I would try and identify 1 or 2 of these that you could do every single day and just put it in your calendar and make that like a consistent flow. That will help you create so much growth and momentum in your business. Okay, we're almost done. Team Google Drive. This is a resource that you have that has so much information in there. You could get lost for years. So don't let it overwhelm you, but if you need something, it will be in here. Okay. So tinyurl.com/Team Inspiration Google Drive. Save that. This has our power hour, like documents. It has meal plans. It has Success Club resources. It has invite scripts, follow-up scripts, like invite flows. Everything that you could ever want is in there. But what I want you to also know is that there's a challenge group folder. And in that's where I upload monthly content that I'm adding to my challenge group, so that you guys, because I recommend starting a group right from the get-go. You'll always be a part of your coach's challenge group. Be a challenger always and forever in your coach's group. But I recommend right from the get-go, creating your own bod group and having your own space to be the leader, to be the coach, and don't let not knowing what to post hold you back. If you need help, this monthly challenge group content folder has all of the posts for months and months and months that I've added that you guys can use, tweak however you want, so you'll always have content, okay? Then, really quickly, just so you have a visual, I'm not going to go through this entirely, but how Success Club 10 impacts your income. So these are exact numbers from one of my coaches, Jalen's back office. So if you want to, or if you'd love to earn $1,500 within your first 3 months, Success Club 10, and adding these as either building coaches or VIP customers that are signing up with a discount for the discount VIP account. This is what it looks like. So when you're helping 5 people, that's the commission, $250, depending on what pack they're getting, but average $250. Fast start bonus, $100, because when you add 5 coaches, whether or not they're doing it for the discount or want to actively build, when they sign up with the pack and a coach account, you get an extra $100 bonus. So 5 coaches within 5 weeks, you get this $100 bonus. So that's on there. The team cycle for the volume, 364. Month 2, same thing, 5 coaches, 5 challenge packs. She also got leads. So like I talked about at Success Club 10, you get paid leads. So you make the initial commission right from the get-go. She made 543. And then month 3, same thing, 5 coaches with packs, fast start bonus, team cycle bonus is growing because the volume is there, new leads, Old leads, $757. So obviously that's going to vary because the amount of leads we get varies depending on how many are going into the lead pool and all that stuff. But that's just a really simple way to be like, okay, no matter what, I'm going to help 5 people sign up with the coach account every single month for here for the rest of forever. Your income will gradually continue to grow month over month over month over month. Okay. So what would you do? Share in the chat if you're on live. What would you do with an extra $1,500 by, what month is it? September? August, September, no, September, October, November, December, by the end of the year. So come January, if you had an extra $1,500, what would you do with it? Really get tangible with what you're going to do with your goals and with the income that you're producing. Because when it's real, then you're going to work towards it. I knew I just need to get my Shakeology paid for first. So as soon as I did that, I was like, sweet, now I want to pay for our car payment. As soon as I did that, sweet, now I want to pay for it. And I had like these baby steps of now I want to cover our mortgage. And now I want to cover a trip back to Utah to see family. And I knew exactly what I was working for every single day. So don't just leave it up in the air. Like, know what you're working towards and make it real for you and for your family. Because then it's a lot easier to be motivated to show up. I mentioned month 1 goals. Emerald is your first 2 coaches. So 1 active coach on each leg. They don't have to be business builders. They can just be customers that want the discount and are signing up with the VIP account. And then hitting Success Club. That'll make you eligible for leads. That'll get you month 1 of success starters. And that will open the residual income opportunity. So as a new coach, you get to earn commission no matter what, right out of the gate. But when you hit Emerald, that's when you unlock the team aspect of it and benefit from everything that the team is doing as well. So we really want to encourage you to hit Emerald, and then right after Emerald, you're moving towards Ruby and Diamond, and just keep progressing because that's how you continue to grow in volume and in rank and in all the things. So last but not least, I want you guys to make your list. Okay, this is what you're going to do immediately after the call. Get out a notebook and just brain dump all the people that come to mind. I have to sneeze. Hold on. It's gonna go away. Okay. Go through the contact list on your phone, your Facebook friends list, your Instagram list. I went through yearbooks and I went through people who I hadn't connected with in years, but we had been friends, and I just reconnected with people. I added them on Facebook if we weren't friends. I found them on Instagram if I could, and I just started to reconnect with people. That is what I did right out of the gate, is reconnect with all of the people from my past that I thought would be fun to do this with. And then right away, like I mentioned, I was inviting my closest friends, my closest family members, my closest people that I would love to have in my first group. I was inviting them right away. And then as I started sharing on social media, that's when I started to get acquaintances that would reach out or comment that I probably would have never personally invited, but they were showing interest because I was so openly sharing on social. So your first thing you're going to do is just brain dump your list of people, because that's who you're just going to reconnect with. You're not talking Beachbody. You're not talking anything specific. You're just seeing how they are. You're touching base. You're commenting on their kids' pictures. You're seeing what they're doing in life and reconnecting. And then it's so natural to start inviting these people to join you, especially as they start to show interest in what you're doing. Okay. So I want you guys, even in the new coach thread or in whatever message thread you're on in Facebook, I want you guys to share your list of your brain dump after you have it done, okay? Because this is really important. I still have my notebook from when I first started, and I have my initial list, and I used that for months. I would go back and reconnect with people, and then I'd invite them, and I'd put an I by it, and then I'd follow up, and I'd put an F by it, and that's how I was tracking who I had been talking to, and I worked off that list for months, and I just continued to add to it. So really important that you have that right out of the gate, because it just gives you a solid pool of people to be working with right from the get-go. Okay. Okay. Let me go see if there's questions. Yeah, St. Louis. Good job. Okay. Let me read through these. Love it. Yes. Under announcements is Becca said under the announcements is the weekly success tracker explanation. Ashley, I love you. Yes. Okay. Other than typical cash flow things, this Curvy Island girl is going to repeat herself with a mini retreat with the family. I love it. Yeah. You guys, I know this is like bigger than like Emerald Success Club, whatever. My 15-star goal, when we are pushing for that, I told my family that we would go on a beach retreat in California for a week. And that to this day is still something that my kids talk about all the time. They're like, when we went to California for a week, that was so much fun. And like just being able to tie, and they knew what we were working towards. So when we hit 15-star the first time, my kids were pumped. They were like stoked that we locked it in, and it was like a family goal because they knew what that meant for them. So along the way, create those baby milestones with your family and with your kids, because it makes it so much easier when you're like, hey, mom's going to go work for an hour, or mom's got some stuff to do for an hour. They actually start to get it, and they start to understand this is why she's doing it, because she wants to do this for her family. Instead of mom's ignoring me, mom's on her phone again, mom's this, because you're not communicating why you're building this and the future you want to create for them. It's really important. Our kids are smart. They understand. And if they know that it's for a purpose, they're going to be a lot more supportive. And I wasn't as open with my kids at the beginning. Well, they were really young, so I didn't think it was that important. But I quickly learned that they got it. That I could say, hey, mom's got to work for 30 minutes, and then we can go to the park. And then we can do this. And then we can, whatever it was. And they weren't like complaining the whole time, which if I didn't communicate, then they were like, why are you doing this? I don't understand. Why are you on your phone? Blah, blah, blah. So just be mindful of that from the beginning, because it makes such a difference. Okay. Post any questions you guys have. Okay. You said you initially signed up your spouse. What is the minimum size package to sign up those close people? Does your hubby's package have to include Beachbody on demand? No, it doesn't, because we obviously don't need to. That's a great question. So I recommend signing your spouse up with like a 3-day refresh pack, or something that you can still use. You can do a 3-day refresh, get results with that, share about it. And that's quick, 3 days. Like people love to see results like that. So that's what I recommend signing a spouse up with. Ashley, do you recommend something else, or Erin? That's usually what I have my girls do. Or if you signed up with a Shakeology pack and you didn't get Performance Line, I would sign your spouse up with some pack that has Performance Line. Even if it comes with BOD, like even if it's a 160 pack that comes with BOD and program materials and accessory bundle, you're still going to get the most bang for your buck. And then you can just cancel his BOD before it renews the next year. So just depending on what you need, I would get whatever pack you want to be using. And my husband has always drank Shakeology, so we always get 2 bags. We get 2 things in Performance Line. We get all the things. So early on, my husband was using Shakeology, so we just got we didn't have Performance Line back in the day, so we just got another full pack with Shakeology, so he wasn't using all my stuff. So yeah, just whatever you're going to be using, or whatever your spouse wants to use with you, just make sure you're not just like getting a pack to get it, like actually get it to reinvest in your business and use it to use whatever you want to be using on your journey anyways. Any other questions, you guys? Yeah, nope, they don't have to have BOD. One thing to be mindful of though is we always have to have BOD, because that's one of the lead qualifications. So even if your spouse signs up with a pack, just make sure like next year, if this is really far off, make sure next year you don't cancel your BOD and keep his. We always have to have Beachbody on demand as part of the lead qualifications. So just a little two cents on that one. Yeah, no, ask away. You can, this is what it's for. Ask all the questions you have. And you can totally unmute yourself if you want to talk too.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, great. Hi, so nice to talk to you. And
I know, yay.
So exciting. I'm Zareen. I'm the Pacific Island girl
Yes,
working to
yes.
cut the fluff off my curves that I've added. And so this has been so great, but I was writing questions and I was hoping I could unmute myself. So really the only other main question that came to mind is how have you and the other leaders on your team best handled the kind of salesy stigma of like Beachbody pyramid? Like how have you addressed that to make sure you can continue to build that trust?
Yeah, so I had a very bad taste in my mouth when I started because I had so many Sharky coaches on Instagram because I was doing insanity for years before I ever learned about coaching. So I would post an insanity workout and literally have like 5 comments, you should join my accountability group, da, 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 da. And I was like, ew, no thanks. So I had this negative like taste in my mouth about what coaches did. And so I just made it like a pact with myself that I would never be that annoying person. So I've made connecting with humans just as normal individuals a high priority. I want people to know, even when I'm expanding my market and I'm meeting new friends, I'm genuinely connecting with them over their kids or over their photography hobby or over their home decor, over something that we can connect with first for weeks until it ever comes up that I'm inviting them to a group or inviting them or whatever. But I was also so proactive about sharing the journey I was on that it was never a question like of my intent. You know what I mean? So I feel like people come off salesy when they show up once a month to sell a challenge pack, to talk to them about their group or whatever, but then like in between they're totally AWOL. So I just wanted people to know I was a normal human. This was a huge part of my life. I absolutely am obsessed with what I get to do every single day. I'm sharing about it. So when people are watching my stories every day, they're very familiar with the fact that I work out every day. I help people. I mentor women on my team as part of like whatever I'm doing. So when I invite them, I'm not just inviting them to buy something. Like I'm inviting them to change their life. I'm inviting them to be a part of this community of women that has absolutely changed my world. And I never get snarky comments back ever. You will get snarky comments and every once in a while you'll come across someone that's just having a bad day and is grumpy. But you just have to understand that that's them having a bad day and you're finding them at the wrong time. But just leading with your heart and being super authentic in the way that you're sharing in your journey, people are going to see through your intentions. They're going to know what you're doing. They're going to know why you're reaching out. And so just the more open you are, the more you're going to overcome that stigma just by what you're sharing. And I've seen your posts already and you're already sharing value and you're already super, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't even worry about that for a second. Yeah, of course. Anything else, you guys? Yes, and just keep going forever. Like the people that get a bad rap are the people that try and make a few sales and then quit when they can't. That comes across salesy because they had one intent to make a few bucks and then they bounced when they couldn't. So when people just know, like, look, I'm here for the long haul. I'm like creating these new lifestyle habits. I'm committed to growing as a human. I want to be a part of this community forever so that we can do life together. Like when people know it's for the long haul, they're going to trust you and they're going to understand and they're going to watch and be like, what is she actually doing? What is this? How can I be a part of it? So honestly, you guys, just the more open you are, the faster you're going to break down those walls and build the trust with people because they're going to see your heart and they're going to know what you're all about. Yeah. Anything else? 11 o'clock. We actually busted through this one pretty good. Sometimes we go over. All right, you guys. Well, if there's no other questions, main things, commit to your journey, go all in with it, commit to just start sharing on social. Rip the Band-Aid off. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't freak yourself out. Something, just share something once a day on social. sharing your stories. That's a huge part of our job. So the sooner you can just create consistency with that, the sooner you'll build confidence and it just gets really easy. Oh, I love it. You girls are rocking it. See them working out. And then bust through the trainings as fast as you can, but don't like get stuck learning. Don't get stuck learning. Learn and implement, learn and implement, learn and implement, because it's through the action that you build the confidence. I honestly, as a new coach, we didn't have any sort of training. They just kind of like threw you into the wind and like was like, good luck. So when I started, I literally didn't learn the next thing until I had to. So I posted right out of the gate that I was running a group, a challenge group, and I was so stoked to help people. And then I got a bunch of responses and I was like, oh crap, I don't even know how to send information. I don't know what to say. So then I like drafted up an information thing and sent it all out. And then I had some people that were ready to go and I was like, oh freak, I don't even know how to sign anyone up. So then I had to learn how to sign someone up. And then, so it's like, you just take action. And then when you have to learn something new, go learn it. So don't let that hold you back that you don't know the next step. Don't let it hold you back from taking step one. Take step one and then you can figure it out as you go. And that's honestly what I've done for 7 years. It's just like, I knew enough to do something. And then when I had to learn something else, I did. And then when I had to learn something else, I did. So that's the fastest way to learn, is just when you kind of get thrown into the trenches and you got to figure it out. But you have a whole entire community of people, me, all the other coaches, to help you. So don't, if you have questions, just ask. Be like, and then ask in the thread, and we're more than happy to help always. Okay. Yes, learn, implement, learn, implement, learn, implement. Yes, you guys. Okay, well, we will let you go. Go do your brain dump of friends and then take a picture of it and post it in your thread so that your coach knows you're for real and that you're applying the things and that you're ready to go. Okay? And we will talk soon. We'll see lots of you guys. So I'm excited for you guys. It's going to be fun. All right. Bye, you guys.